And it looks like we're live.
Woo! Nice.
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 Feel it, feel it.
Alright, that's the top. What should I move? Put these two up there. Right down. Ah! This game makes dumb noises. Nope. Jack goes... How could I not... Oh, fucking A.
Oh, I should probably load up chat.
Yeah.
Should switch up the episode title on Twitch too. It's
I
I
just
just
did
got cool. Yeah, because I got the email. It was like $2.98. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Alright, hello to everyone in chat.
Hello.
Cheat.
Putting the black 6 over there. That's right, sir. Boom! And it's free! Alright. Hold on. Holy cow. The cards explode like fireworks now.
Nice.
The power of Windows 8.
Actually, Windows 7.
The power of next generation Windows 7.
Alright, exit. Alright, I don't need to be distracted by that anymore.
Did my video lock up? Yeah, my video locked up on Twitch.
In a great pose.
Yeah,
like a
it really
Barracuda.
is. That's pretty awesome.
I should just do this for a whole episode. Roar! How can I...
Well, that's the first title, Barracuda.
Where's
my pen? Here's my
Barracuda.
notebook. There it is. Alright.
It's hurting my face.
That's David Blaine's next trick. Barracuda face.
Barracuda. Oh, okay.
Oh man, why couldn't that guy just drown in that big ball?
So you're a fan.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. Oh, I got nerve damage because you sat in a bowl of water in fucking 3 days, dumb shit. What kind of fucking trick is that?
He's less a magician, more of a stuntman.
It's not even a stunt, man.
Yeah, I think that's an insult to Stuntman. He's just a dumb guy doing dumb things for a dumb amount of
it's
time.
it's like minute to win it in the worst possible way in the world.
Yeah, it's like that one
Like,
friend you have where you can go, here, $10 if you drink this.
Okay.
It's like everything's an endurance. Like, I'm David Blaine. I'm gonna hold this pen vertical for 16 hours straight.
Ooh.
Ready?
Oh,
Oh, that was so hard. Oh.
oh god, nerve damage.
Oh.
My brand.
Oh.
Oh, Knobs, did you ever watch that Mass Effect My Brand video?
No.
Let me see
That
if I
was
can find it.
horrifying. I saw that.
God, it's so good.
Apparently, I'm
Your
not the
contact
only one on my
lens
friends
has just
list that
arrived.
has played Free
1-800
Cell.
contacts.
Holy shit.
Can't have my
Who's this
brand.
other guy?
I have special eyes.
Look, look
Nikana
with your special eyes.
My brand.
and Militus Sanctus.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, my boys, I'm coming for you.
Oh god, this is so good. I have to send it to you, Knobs. Oh man. Send IM. For everyone in chat, I'm gonna post it here as well. My brand. All right, Knobs. It's in.
I see it.
Okay.
Nope, that went that way. Actually, no, it did not. Wait, how does it? Hold on. Okay, minimize that.
I also put it in the Google Doc. I have special eyes.
Of course, I get an ad. Fuck it.
30-second ad for an 11-second video.
Thank you, HP. I need a laptop like now. Yes.
My brand. Oh, that video made me feel better.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking priceless. That is fucking awesome.
I have special eyes.
I like that made his eyes like all.
Oh god.
Yeah, what's this one with the guy in the wig?
I'm gonna see if I can at least get the video part of it on the live stream here.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Contact lenses
Is
just
that
arrived.
Source Filmmaker or is that Gary's
contacts. It can't have my brand. I have special eyes.
Look with your
Oh my
special
god,
eyes.
did you guys just watch that one?
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay. Alright. We gotta...
Alright, hold on. Did you see this one?
No.
I gotta put it up. Hold on.
Is it the one that's like a related video?
Your contact.
It kind of.
Is it Mommy?
Yeah.
Let me watch this one.
What is this?
That chewing face.
Alright, let me get in on this action.
What the hell was that?
I don't even know what that's for.
Hold on, I gotta at least show the sound doesn't matter for this one. I'm gonna show it here on whoops. Show it here on the stream.
That was pretty great.
Mommy!
Is that chewing?
Oh, this is a Pringles can in a very well rendered mug.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I love the internet. Oh, boomer! God damn it!
Okay. You guys ready to record now?
Yes.
I should. Am I in chat yet?
You know the answer to that.
Probably not.
Yeah. No, it says you are.
Mommy. That's classic. I'm glad we went down that rabbit hole for a little bit.
Yes.
I have special eyes.
My brain.
My brain.
Hey, now it gives people context that have never seen that.
Yeah.
Yep. We were ahead of the curve. Well, you guys were.
It's so... That's just another one of those commercials. We were talking about it at work the other day. Like, there are those commercials that we still remember, even though they're super old, like that Mr. Dumbass commercial. It's Dumas.
Yeah.
That was like 10 years ago.
There's a lot of local Chicago commercials that I still remember. Like Victory Auto Parts had the same dude from like the early '70s closing the door on his car and then the door falling off. Like they played that until probably I was in high school.
Wow.
That commercial ran for like 25 years. And then there was, of course, the Eagle Man commercial.
Well, we had that one guy in the soup that sells all that weird furniture over by CSU. The guy with the ponytail.
Yeah, who has that horrible voice.
He has this. And then he turns, and it's a silhouette of him with this ratty ass ponytail, and then it turns into this cartoon one. And it was on the soup for like a month.
Nice. Oh, God, it's the worst.
And actually, I got motherfucked by that guy because I paved a lot and shut him down for a day.
Well, he needed to rest his voice. It was okay.
This is Lou's crazy furniture emporium.
That's the best impersonation I've heard of that voice.
Nice.
If you can't find a better deal, it doesn't exist. Or
ooh, Barracuda.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
Look for special eyes.
My Barracuda. I have special Barracuda.
Oh,
It's a great ad for Invisalign.
Welcome to episode 300, everyone. This is the dumbest shit you'll ever see.
get out now.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, we haven't had a pre-show like this in a while.
Woo.
Ugh.
Alrighty.
So I'm perspiring over here.
Got the vapors. Alright,
I was gonna make me some sweet tea.
let's kick this shit. Ready?
Yes.
Reload. Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
Alright. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast, episode 300. Yay!
Woo!
Woo!
I'm your host, Boss. Over there's Knobs.
Whoa.
Woo! And over there's the Hannah.
Woo.
We're gonna get sued by Ric Flair. As a special treat here, that there also should be, as when this episode comes out, there should be another episode appearing in the feed, the TVGP episode 300 special. Mr. Bradley Fellers and I sit down and spend about an hour reminiscing about the beginnings of TVGP and what led us to start the dumbest show on the internet. And also, interspersed is the first 3 test episodes we did, including the original test episode 1, which just sounds like hot garbage. But it's a part of TVGP history, and you will very much appreciate how good this episode sounds.
Yeah,
comparatively.
it's a thing.
It's a hot mess of something. But that's the past. Let's go look into the past with
Sure.
what you've been playing.
Hey, in this previously.
Previously on TVGP, I'm pregnant. No, the Barracudas. Urgh.
My brand.
My brand. I've got X all over it.
Ooh, Barracuda.
That's what I should have done as part of this episode 300. I should have said previously on TVGP and just done the title for all 300 episodes.
That'd be pretty fantastic.
Someone on the internet, go make that.
Or you could pull a Clerks cartoon show and open the first episode with previously on TVGP.
That was pretty good. Oh, man.
We need to go visit Leonardo.
Yep.
Yes. Hello.
Where were we?
What were we doing? What is it? After
Hey,
300
how you
episodes,
doing over there?
we really have this down pat. We
We
really
really
have our
do.
How's it
format. We really have our brand.
How's
Everything's
everybody
fine.
doing? Everything's good.
Yep.
Everything's just, it's a smooth ship. Well-oiled machine. Smooth
Yes.
sound. So what you been playing?
All right. Well, obviously Monday night game night. Left 4 Dead 2. I think my streak was finally broken. I think I was probably on maybe a 6 or 7 week winning streak there.
Oof,
Nice.
on borrowed time.
Check with the stats master, the Scott
Scoreboard.
Scott Jeffries,
Scoreboard.
the Nintendo.
Scoreboard.
But yeah, my reign came to an end, and in a very it was a very good classic 4-on-4. We played Dead Center. Man, it was a rough go right from the start. Had a few old faces return. Holly came back and she played Monday night with us, and it was good.
Nice.
Wish I could remember who else was playing, but yeah. So
Internet peeps.
that was new and noteworthy. There you go. So that was a good time. Came down right to the wire. Last tank wiped my team at the end, so we didn't quite have a chance. Then I got in a little gaming match with Big Mackey over at No Quarters.
That's noquarters.net.
So we sat there. We're both kind of in. I think everybody is with the new consoles on the horizon, and everyone just is kind of blah.
Burnt out a little.
I'm just trying to get excited about something, and nothing's grabbing my attention.
Yay, games.
And I just You know, it's like you sit there, you look at your pile of games, you're like, I have 100 things I need to play, but I don't want to do any of it.
You know, Meg and I were going through our piles of shame yesterday because we were bringing stuff to storage, and I'm keeping, I think, from my collection right now, I think I have probably about 70 games here right now, and out of it, I'm keeping 5.
Wow.
Because the rest I'm just never gonna get to, and I just don't. Like, I kept some stuff I'm really looking forward to playing, like Lollipop Chainsaw, you know, Kings of Amalur Reckoning. You know, I got a couple of games in there that you either currently playing or, you know, like Borderlands 2, Rock Band 3, that stuff stays behind. But a lot of the other stuff, it's just, okay, just goes in the box.
It's noise on a shelf is all it is. Is you look at it and your mind just goes blank.
Yep.
So we sat around and we talked for probably 20 minutes before we even landed on a single game to play. He's like, "Oh, how about some Gears 3?" I was like, "You know what? It's been a while."
Yeah.
So I went downstairs into the annex and pulled it out of the archive, and
to the archive.
Yeah, to the cave. You know, pulled it out, popped it in, and my updates failed.
Oh.
So I had to re-download all the RAM again, and my save game was corrupted, and well, good thing I had finished it on Insanity, or this would have been spit mad time.
Yeah.
So then we said, it's like, well, do we really want to sit here and wait for this to update and download 300 megs of RAM?
Mm-hmm.
RAM, the DLC. Didn't mean I was downloading RAM.
Not your 1995. What was it called?
Yep.
Soft RAM?
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, I think it was soft RAM, but yeah, I wasn't downloading random access memory, but I was downloading RAM for the crazy locust dude. So we gave up on that after 30 seconds. So technically Raptor didn't even count it. It was even in my console. So then we're like, hey, and Maggie threw out, hey, we haven't played Syndicate in a while. I was like, all right. So we throw that in, we get everything going, and then we just got rolled in Colorado for 2 hours, or not even, for about an hour. We couldn't beat the Message. I was like, I have walked through this single-handedly. I don't know how many times. Why can't we win? Our helicopter must be made out of glass now because that thing was dying every 30 seconds.
Wow.
It took him on our 4th attempt. For the first time, he actually avoided the metal detector because every time I hop over that, next thing you know, I'm surrounded by little drone things. I'm like,
Nanomachines.
But yeah, like we were getting rolled pretty good. And then after probably an hour's of frustration, we were thinking of something else. You know what? How about we do something fun? And we played Split Second for 2 hours.
Nice.
And my game save was corrupted on that.
Ooh.
Well, actually, you know what? I take it back. I was too lazy to turn off my console, go downstairs, download my game save, and bring it back upstairs. However, 5 minutes that would have taken.
Right.
So I bought the $5 unlock everything.
If anyone has ever wondered over these 300 episodes how much Knobs' time is worth, apparently it's $1 a minute.
Apparently.
Yeah, pretty close. So and Mackie's like, dude, you're not. I'm done.
He's just, I'm out.
I said, it's $5. Done. Let's get this done. And he's like, why would you do that? You just had to go. Hey, now if I play this anywhere, I could just download this patch whenever I want now.
True freedom.
So now I never have to worry about unlocking everything again. But it did knock me all the way back down to 99 ranking. So whatever. I already got my Chivo for being number 1. So
I've already been top of the mountain, so I'll give someone else a chance.
Yeah, so I'm the lowest ranked racer with all the stickers.
I forgot about the stickers.
That's the achievement stickers all over the car. It looks like a hot mess, but we had an absolute blast playing that game. It took probably a couple times before we figured out which cars we were good with anymore. He had a couple DLC cars. He was blowing me away right in the beginning, but I got to pull off some level 2 I forgot what they were called.
Game changers?
Race, whatever.
Race changer?
Power plays.
Power plays.
That's what they are. I pulled
Brought to
off
you by Dave & Buster's.
I dropped the space needle on them. I blew up the dam on them. I hit him with the giant freighter boat. Like they were all like it was like back to back every race. I hit him with a level 2 and sent him back, and when he was
man.
leading. So yeah, it was crazy. I actually slingshot drafted around him right at the end of one of the races. Good thing you guys don't have 3D.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Slide the slider in your 3DS.
But we had, oh man, it was so much fun. And we're starting to think of like, man, we should really have that. Would be a riot with 8 people.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
all of us just screaming at each other during the
Yeah.
course of that race because it's still very slingshotty or rubber bandy for the PC players,
Yeah.
the AI cars, which gets a little frustrating.
It's not terrible, but it's sort of, it's the one thing especially in arcade racers when you take that shortcut that cuts like 2 minutes off of a lap, you want to be all the way. You want to be lapping the second place dude.
Well, you want to see yourself like it would go. I think I was in lead by like 15 seconds, and then I met the next checkpoint, and my lead's down to 2 seconds. I'm like, how does someone? No one's that fast. Like I perfectly angling my way through this course.
Yeah.
Tap turning and everything.
Yeah.
We were having, but it was still a good time. I would love to play that with more people.
Oh yeah.
Then I was kind of sitting around watching some TV, and I decided to play some more Violent Science with Atomic Robo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of wrong about that game. It's not a platformer.
Oh, really?
The tutorial's kind of a platformer, but you get into the game, it's an endless runner.
Oh, interesting.
So it's a lot of swipe up.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at those games.
Yeah, me neither.
No, not good at all.
Is it good though? Like, is it a good
looks
endless
cool.
runner?
It looks cool. I wish I had more experience with them to actually understand how those games are supposed to play.
Yeah.
Because I downloaded that Zaxxon one, and I ended up getting dizzy from turning the thing around and
Oh yeah.
laughing. And I was like, might as well have my paw on it, wax on, wax off on the whole thing. So I'm just gonna turn my ship into the tunnel and just be done with it.
Yeah.
So I played that, and lastly on my game, I got to play, but I was kind of in that vortex of I'm not sure what I want to play. Okay. This is what led into me playing the last game I played. So I downloaded Hawken because I started watching some videos and stuff. I was like, man, that thing looks awesome. So I download that. Get everything. I'm sitting here reading comic books while things download and updating all my machine and whatever. And then launch button is like, sweet. I got probably an hour to play this before we start recording, so I can actually kind of get into the game a little bit. And I hit the button, and it gives me missing audio part. So I'm missing the X3D audio 1_7 DLL, and it won't let me play the game because of an audio file.
Great.
And then I went through and updated everything on my machine, and it still didn't work. So I wanted to play it. So now I'm sitting here. I got probably 15, 20 minutes before we record. So then I fall into the nice little rabbit hole, like a little warm blanket of Free Cell. So I played Free Cell for probably the last 20 minutes, even while we started, when we went live or whatnot, or we're doing our pre-game shenanigans or pre-show shenanigans, and I'm sitting there just in, where's this go? Oh no! If I move that one, I'm sitting here talking out loud while recording, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. But yeah, I finish it, and everything explodes in whatever. What are the suit colors and whatever? Diamonds, spades, clubs, hearts, crystals. I don't know.
Lucky Charms.
What have you? They started blowing up and everything. So I finished one game, so my winning percentage is 50% right now.
All right.
Nice.
And that about wraps it up for me.
Hannah, what you got?
Oh, I had a real interesting week. My computer has decided that it hates me. So I actually did something similar to Knobs. Someone in the forum said something about Hawken, and I was like, you know what? I've been meaning to give that game a try. So downloaded it, started up an account, loaded the game up, and it runs at about 5 frames per second for me. because I don't know. Like, I can run XCOM, no problem. That game runs almost flawlessly on my machine. Like, my card just picks and chooses games that it likes to run.
Just finicky.
Yeah, and it's starting to really grate on me at this point. So I'm like, okay, well, that's not going to work. And then I saw Arma 2 Combined Operations on sale during the Steam sale this week. So I'm like, oh, I can pick that up and I can try out DayZ before the standalone comes out. That game runs like garbage on my machine. I need to upgrade at this point. Like,
12 gauge slug in chat says it's time for a new computer, man.
It really is, and man, if you want to convince my fiance that it is, you're more than welcome. Good luck. But no, so load those up. A little disappointed by those. So I stuck with Gene Forge this week. Played a little bit more of that, and that game's just. For a game as simple as it is, I mean, it's just repeated. Like it's the same tile set no matter where you go so far, and it's just fun. It's just there's something really just great. It's well written. It's well put together, and it's just a ton of fun. And I really love the world and the writing and everything in it. I would love to see like a. I really wish it were on Android almost because it's got that almost touchscreen style control like Baldur's Gate style, where it's like, this would translate really well to a touchscreen. But I'm not terribly far in it. I'm just kind of I got to the first main town and I'm sort of discovering what the story and everything is about. So, but it's definitely interesting. I think the sales over it was the Humble Weekly bundle about a week ago, and it was I paid $3.75 for 15 games.
Yeah,
which is absurd.
That's a pretty good value.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. But I mean, it's all games by Spiderweb Software, and there's a bunch. I think they're all available on Steam, but you can also get them straight off the website, DRM free. And it's really good. The only other game I played this week was Final Fantasy IX on the Vita. Because man, that game is just like coming home for me. It was the first Final Fantasy game I ever completed, like just on my own, no guide, just went through it and just did it, and made it happen.
Well, you really couldn't use the guide for that one because that was
you really
famous Play Online guide.
Yeah, I remember that.
The guy who wrote it, I've come to know over the course of the this show. He's actually a really nice guy, but it sounds like he sort of got a pain into a quarter with that. That guide.
Yeah, I mean that just oh god, I remember hearing about that and just going, maybe I'll just do this one by myself.
Yeah.
But no, I'm at the point. I got to Lindblom. Did the whole Festival of the Hunt thing. But first, like I always do, I level up. I take Zidane out and I level his abilities up until I literally can't give him any more abilities. Mm-hmm. Off of the equipment I have at hand. So, it makes the section after Lindblom and the whole Festival of the Hunt section way easier.
Oh, yeah.
Because by the time you get all of his abilities set, you're like level 18 or 19. And it just, man, I rolled through the Festival of the Hunt. It was just like, oh, look, I'm just going to hold down X and run around and everything's going to be great.
Yeah.
But the only problem you end up there is you have such a disparity of level between Zidane and literally everybody else.
Yeah.
Because you get like Vivi and I think Freya back at like Freya's like level 13, but Vivi's like level 8. So
Zidane's like 56.
Yeah. Sitting there just rocking things. He's got like his second thief sword. I love the way those look. I remember just the double bladed, like he holds it with one hand, and it's like. Yeah. It's almost like how a batleth should be.
Yeah, that was always what I liked about Final Fantasy IX is having all of your characters' weapons show up on them. Like it wasn't full armor and everything, but I always liked that little bit of customization.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was one of the fun things about Final Fantasy VII too. Like Cloud's sword would always change. And like there was, I remember, because when I first played that, I was young. I would use a sword just because it looked cool.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this has like one materia slot, whatever.
Yeah,
it looks
but it's
awesome.
See-through and purple. This thing's sweet.
Yeah, come on.
You can't beat that.
No, you can't.
There was one sword that
the PS Vita does transparencies. Nice.
Oh yeah. I remember there was one sword in Final Fantasy VII. I think it would get longer the less health you had, or the more health you had. I don't remember.
Are you sure it wasn't 3D Dot Hero?
No, that was it. Got longer the more you bought for, the more you upgraded your sword's length.
Mm.
God,
Always
that game was
upgrade the
good.
length.
Yeah.
Always.
Going to be fishing with the biggest pole.
Yep.
But yeah, so right now I'm just roaming outside of Lindblum and about to hit Gizmaluke's Grotto and get through that whole portion, and then the game actually starts.
Yeah. Yeah, it has sort of a long intro part to it.
It really does. It's kind of like the first time I played Wild Arms. I remember playing through that beginning part and not realize it, and suddenly I have credits, and I'm like, "What? Did I beat the game after 2 hours? Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
And then I just realized, oh, that was the prologue. Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's like Final Fantasy 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's. I didn't realize how impactful the beginning of Final Fantasy 1 was until someone pointed out that games weren't that long to begin with. So
Yeah.
when you finish that first dungeon in Final Fantasy 1 and they build that bridge and they're like, all right, go ahead, good luck, adventurers, and then you get credits. And
Yeah.
at the end of the credits, they're like, actually, the game's just starting. So let's
Which
get
is-
into this biz.
God, that had to be. I wish you could go back and actually have that reaction to that
Yeah.
game. That would be so just wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Oh, snaps.
Yeah. But that is literally all I have been playing this week.
I played some more Rogue Legacy. Finished
Nice.
the second boss. So 2 out of the 4 sort of gatekeeper bosses are done. There's 4 separate areas. Each one has a boss that, and they kind of color code and difficulty code each area. Once you're done with all 4 bosses, the final boss door in the very first room of the game unlocks, and then you can fight him or her. I don't even know what the boss is.
Yeah.
Still having a blast with that game. Kind of made a lot of good progress. The skill tree in the game is you building up your family's castle. So the more points you put into it, the bigger this castle gets, and the more stuff you unlock.
Nice.
I unlocked a lot more classes, like the Lich, who steals health every time you kill someone. The Assassin, who's a ninja, which is pretty awesome.
Sweet.
Some sort of Archmage. Just a lot more options when you go to pick your children, basically.
Yeah.
I think the ninja is the assassin. No, we're just going to have the ninja be the athlete.
Yeah, Ninja's just going to be the chef.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cooks.
Ninja, he's the cook.
Yeah. But
Next to you,
also,
Steven Seagal back there. What do you mean, the cook?
yeah. I also unlocked some really weird ones, like the Miner, Miner.
Okay.
He
Is he the digger?
No, he actually it's really weird. He doesn't do very much damage at all and doesn't have a lot of health, but has increased gold pickup. So basically, if you would pick up 1 gold coin, it's like 10 gold for most people. I think for him it's like 17 or 18.
Ooh.
So you can do a run with him and just get a ton of gold to upgrade yourself next run.
Roll to increase panhandling skills.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that game's still super good. It's been on sale pretty much for the entirety of the Steam sale. So
Yeah.
if you haven't picked it up by now, you probably should, because it's really good. And the other game I played was Shin Megami Tensei 4. I
Ooh.
think I'm about 4 hours in.
Nice.
Seems really, really interesting so far. Seems to be this weird dichotomy between ancient Japan and then some sort of weird futuristic technology that's in there.
Okay.
Not sure what's going on yet, but I'm only 3 hours into an SMT game, so I only have like 200 hours left. So,
Yeah.
The
but-
Daleks show up?
Who?
The Daleks?
I don't know who that is.
They're not those
Daleks.
little robots with the...
Oh, the Daleks.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry, I'm a super Dalek fan. So if they would show up in this game, it would suddenly be the best game ever.
Like magic.
Yeah. So far, it's really well written, really well voice acted. It's really super tough. I continually forget how difficult the mainline SMT games are. because we've been getting Persona games for so long. But man, super super tough. You have to do a lot of intelligent fighting. Even running into 2 enemies in the game's main dungeon, they could wipe you out with no problem, and they could even be 2 or 3 levels below you. So it's really, you really have to keep your wits about you.
Wits.
The one thing that I'm really excited about, we were talking about it for Final Fantasy IX, but all the equipment you buy, armor and weapons, shows up on your character. And I totally forgot that I got a pre-order piece of armor from Amazon for SMT4. So I redeemed that code, and the armor looked weird until I zoomed in on it. And it is armor made out of Amazon Prime boxes. So I'm running around with this cardboard armor that has that Amazon swoosh on it. And it is pretty awesome.
That's pretty
never
great.
going to take it off. But so far it seems really interesting. The story seems pretty great. I am continually bothered by the pronunciation in an Atlas game. I would pronounce it samurai, probably because I am from the United States. But they pronounce it samurai, which I'm assuming is the correct way to pronounce it. But when you have about 4 people have a conversation for 5 minutes that are all samurai, it sort of drives you a little bit bonkers. But it's an Atlas game, so it has to have something in there that's going to drive you crazy.
Just makes you twitch a little bit.
Yeah, like everyone being bothered by the honorifics in Persona 3 and 4. It's not going to bother me, and the voice acting is really great. But it's one of those things where it's like, man, I know it's right, but it's just all the way under my skin.
Just totally just needling you.
Yeah, it's gonna be the next 200 hours. But seems super great. It's nice to be playing something on my 3DS again. And I was super happy that for anyone that doesn't know, between now and the end of August, I think it is, if you register your Club Nintendo codes for this game and Fire Emblem Awakening, you get $30 in eShop dollars. You get 30 free eShop dollars. So,
Nice.
if you've wanted to play both of these games, you just pick both of them up and you get 30 free bucks. So,
Nice.
to buy something else, bunch of Game Boy games, whatever.
Very nice.
But that's all I have had time to play this week. So let's take a break.
Cool. I gotta pee. I need sleep.
Oh, the only thing I forgot to mention about SMT4 is it has the loudest, acceptance tone ever. You know how every RPG when you pick something and bing, it's so much louder than everything else, and I can't find anywhere to change the volume for that stuff. So it's just these people that are whispering and they're just bing, bing. 12 Gauge Slug asks in chat, have you guys played Unepic yet? No, I bought it during the sale because it looked great and the Giant Bomb Quick looked really good. But I have not yet had a chance to play it.
I haven't even heard of this.
It's this weird side-scrolling, semi-platformer, semi-people are playing D&D type of game.
Okay.
It looks really neat, and I think it's only $3 or $5 during the sale.
Oh, so sort of in the same vein. It looks like it might be sort of in the same vein of Knights of Pen and Paper.
It seems like it's that same idea, but it's more
side-scrolly.
Yeah, side-scrolling.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it seems like the humor is interesting.
You know what it should come out for.
You
know, it should come out for the Vita.
I've heard the Vita is the new hotness for games.
I think it really is because it's what I have, and
Yeah.
I'm going to make everybody release.
It's what I
everything.
have and what I got working.
Yeah, right. My brother-in-law just upgraded his machine. He offered to toss me some of his old parts. Actually, let me see if
Get that video card.
That's the problem. There's no video card. It's literally just a motherboard, CPU, and RAM. But that saves me a buttload of money.
That saves you
All the money.
9/10 of that money.
Yeah.
Toxic Joker asks, is anyone else excited for Dragon's Crown? I am.
Yeah.
I still find the art style really weird and probably problematic in general. But
Yeah.
I sort of want to play another RPG beat 'em up.
Yeah. I'm really excited for what are they calling it on Via? Stealth Inc. this week.
Oh, Stealth Bastard?
Yeah, Stealth
Yeah.
Bastard. That's what I played it as originally, and I'm really annoyed that it's not anymore, but whatever.
I can understand why it isn't. You know, it's sort of a bummer, but I think they want to sell that game to a lot of people.
Oh, and it's a great game. It's totally worth it. I picked it up on the pre-order for I think it's like $8.
Yeah.
And if you're a PS Plus member, it's very nice. Okay, so so an Athlon 2 X3 435 processor, which is better than what I got. And a Gigabyte motherboard. I think he's got the model number in here somewhere. But
Gigabyte makes good motherboards.
yeah, and 8 gigs of DDR3.
All you need to buy is like a $150 to $200 video card, and you're good.
Yeah, I can just slap it in my existing case. Like this
Yeah,
hardware
exactly.
so old, I can't use it for anything else.
Yeah.
Like I can't stream HD video off of it. I can't do shit with this.
Yeah, I think
After
that
the
sounds
wedding.
like a
After
pretty
the
good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always make sure that when I buy a new video card, I always buy like the $200 to like $220 video card, because that seems to be the sweet spot for video cards lately.
Yeah.
And it's something that's going to blow everything out of the water then, and then last for like a good long time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I just gotta get this is an expensive year, man. Planning the wedding and like my buddy Mike's. I'm planning his bachelor party, and like there's not a dime to be had in the budget to anywhere.
Well, if anyone on the forums or anywhere has a video card to throw at the Hannah,
If you want to donate me a
him.
PCIe video card to get me through,
yeah,
go nuts.
forums assemble.
Or build me one. Yes, build me one.
Yeah, whatever.
Get out your soldering guns and don't kill yourselves.
Yeah. Oh, and I wanted to make a joke during my What You've Been Playing about Hawken that I haven't played it yet, but I'm actually gonna download it now.
Nice.
And see what weird problem you'll run into.
Yay.
Yeah. What?
Mine wasn't a weird problem. Mine was just, hey, your computer's old.
Alright,
Good
fine.
luck.
I'll verify my verify.
Verify.
Barracuda.
It's happening.
Download Hawken.
Oh man. Okay, I have to put this up in chat because this is absurd. There's a picture on Reddit of a pizza somebody got from a place in Chicago that is just the saddest pizza you've ever seen.
For all of those in chat who are playing Hawken, my call sign is Janston.
Mine is JNob33.
Mine's the Hannah.
I know you're all shocked.
Everything else. I get genuinely upset when I can't get that username on something.
Yeah. It's a real jerk move when someone starts taking that stuff.
Well, and the worst one was I can't remember what service it was. I signed up. It's like Hannah's not. Oh, what? Who has this? Like it was
Who
one of
would
those ones
dare?
where you can just go to the URL and it's like, oh look, it's a 16-year-old girl. Crap. Yeah, check out
I see
that
this pizza.
imager link I just put in chat.
Oh, that
So-
poor pizza.
How does that happen?
That's barely technically a pizza.
How does that happen in Chicago?
So, hold on, for everyone in the chat, let me drag this guy over here. That's the sad, sad pizza.
Wait, did you share a picture?
It's in
Chat.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. It's asking me to verify my email. Hold on.
Yeah, it's from it's a pizzeria called Forza on
Nice.
in Chicago. Well, good cars, bad pizza. Oh, Reddit. Speaking of which, everyone should sign up and join the E1M1 subreddit on Reddit.
It's true.
Because it's awesome. Reddit.
Alright, let's kick this next segment off here.
All right.
Yeah, I guess I didn't see it. Oh well. Not exactly sure what's happening right now with all this stuff.
Barracuda.
Close that. Minimize. Boom. Okay. Maybe that's what's wrong with your computer. You beat it up too much.
No more,
Yeah.
please.
I can't take. Oh, why do I gotta sign in? It was just open. Well, uno momento, por favor.
I don't know French.
Oh,
Fromage.
omelette du fromage.
Parle-vous usted inglés?
Je suis.
Barracuda. Sorry, un barracuda.
Un barracuda. Un poisson barracuda? Cooked with some nice aubergine. In a nice ballotine. Alright, okay. Alright, you ready?
Yup.
Alright, ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We have releases, downloadable games this week. R.I.P.D. The Game for XBLA and PSN, 800 points and or $10. Technically, we can put $10 for everything now, since that has officially changed.
Did that officially change already? Oh, okay. I didn't know. See, I haven't been on my 360 in a couple of weeks.
I only know that because I bought that unlock code for $4.99.
12 gauge slug in chat says RIPD is trash, same as God mode practically. So should probably skip that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, how about that? All right, PSN2 Classic, Capcom versus NSNK2, Mark of the Millennium.
I think it's $7. I didn't write down the price, but that game is good.
Yep.
And PSN Plus this week, which I almost bought the other day, Jet Set Radio Future is free.
It's
Or no,
just
Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, the
sorry.
first one.
Sorry.
It's okay. I want to make sure that people buy it because some people were all crazy about Future not being the same. Whatever, it was still good.
Hey, Future was kind of awesome.
Future was pretty great.
Yeah.
Definitely.
U.S. release for the week of July 22nd, 2013. Shadowrun returns for the PC.
Yes.
Hannah's super
Finally.
pumped.
Oh, I'm
And you
doing
put my
nothing
brand
on
in there.
Thursday but that.
My brand. All right, let's move on to news stories. New DOA 5 Ultimate features announced. First one they announced is a 7-on-7 match. Each player picks 7 characters to fight with during what appears to be one super long match. That sounds like a hell of a lot of fun.
That
Yeah,
sounds
that
awesome.
sounds crazy randomness. I can't wait.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds like the best sort of random.
Yeah, what do you mean you got 3 Kasumis?
Yeah,
That's right, sucker.
Survival mode is changing a little bit. Items will drop during survival mode that can be used to damage your opponent, recover your health, or increase your score. So it sounds like they're going to change that up a little bit, make it a little bit more interesting than punch, kick, she kicks high.
Yeah.
And then they are expanding the tutorials with new tutorials and more detailed data using skill mode, which I don't know what skill mode is.
I think it's probably button accuracy stuff.
Oh, okay. So Cool. More training stuff for DOA 5, which
I do like training. That's one of the few games I enjoy going through and training with everybody.
well, and it helps a lot for new players too, because DOA 5 is so different from a lot of other fighting games that the tutorial, having a good and deep tutorial in there really helps a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just not like I hated Street Fighter 4's tutorials or training.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean they're asking you, all right, they give you like 4 or 5 basic moves, and then they ask you to perform like a probably like a 15-point input combo, and wouldn't let you progress past that until you completed it. To the point where you're just controller flailing around to the point where you did it, and you're like, crap.
I don't even know how to
I
do
just
that.
did that.
See,
Yeah.
the earlier BlazBlue games had that same problem too, where it had the training. It had like a challenge mode, but no tutorial. And I really think it's such a boon for a lot of these fighting games, since we don't have arcades anymore. A lot of these fighting games really need to have a tutorial of that, just like Persona 4 Arena, that starts with here's how to walk forward and backwards, here's how to dash forward and backwards. This game has air dash. Here's how to do it. Even
Right.
And then you start getting into, like, we could have used one for Guilty Gear.
Oh yeah.
That game was, air dashing off the ground and perfect blocks and stuff, like in Roman cancels, stuff we were doing accidentally that we were like, okay.
Yeah.
It took us months to figure out exactly what we were doing most of the time.
That's some pro level stuff we're apparently accidentally doing.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing with the DOA tutorials I like, it's every basic move you can think of. It allows you to perform that and practice it.
Yep.
And it actually gives you a feedback on completing it. And you see the animation. Like, this is the other thing it always does, is like, if you don't know what the move looks like, here's how you do it, and it has the button presses timed out across the top as it's going through the move.
Oh, that's
which helps
awesome.
you. It helps you with your timing a lot,
Yeah.
especially for throws.
Yeah, because for a lot of games, they'll say, like, you can get a 15-button input for this training mode or challenge mode, and you say, well, show me how that's done. And it's over in 3 seconds because it's this big spinny pile driver suplex thing, and you're like, oh, but that's like 20 buttons. How do I do that? When do I do that?
I mean, even some of the most complicated moves in DOA, there are not only visible cues but audible cues in the actual move itself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, and it's fascinating. There's stuff that I wasn't even noticing before until I had trying to pound my way through Akira's training, where it's literally you have 3 frames to make a move.
Yeah.
Like 3 motions, and it's done.
Yeah. Yeah, so kudos to them for continuing to make this stuff better and better. It's the fighting game genre really needs it.
Yeah.
Next news story: Deadly Premonition Director's Cut heads to Steam greenlight. Go vote for it.
2 seconds.
This game is stupid awesome. And hopefully this will run well on the PC, unlike the PS3 version of Director's Cut. And
At
if
least
not,
this one will be patched.
well, and if not, someone will fan patch it like they did with Dark Souls or Demon Souls, and they'll just fix it themselves. So
Yeah.
good times. Ouya hit Towerfall, coming to PC in the next couple months with extra content. I'm really, really, really looking forward to this, and this is one reason why I'm. This would be one reason for me to buy an Ouya would be Towerfall. Apparently, it's this super great 4-player, almost Smash Brothers style platformer, competitive, cooperative multiplayer game that apparently is just everyone who has an Ouya absolutely loves it.
Nice.
So I'm really looking forward to this coming to PC. Hopefully, it'll come to Steam, so you can just do the Steam friends list stuff for multiplayer, because I think that could be really, really great.
Nice.
Next news story: Dead Space movie still happening that I totally forgot about, and it gets a new writer. EA has hired Justin Marks, the writer of the Chun-Li movie, which is just not a good sign. Just
That doesn't sound like a good sign.
No, it's awful.
What makes me feel a little bit better is that Comic-Con this weekend, he said the film adaptation shouldn't replicate the action of the game. He said, quote, "You would be making Event Horizon or Alien. I've already seen that movie," end quote. I think that's interesting because I think, when I think of Hollywood making a Dead Space movie, they make Event Horizon or Alien and then just call it a day. But the big thing about Dead Space being so creepy is it almost needs to be like a suspense horror movie. Like it can't just be like a, oh my god, there's aliens, I'm shooting them action movie. It has to have that sense of dread.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't think they can do. Man, I really hope. What's his name? Is it Isaac? Isn't the lead for it? I think it needs to be some sort of side story to that.
Yeah.
Like the events of Dead Space are happening, but you just hear it through like updates or voice communications.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like they've done for the other movies, like the animated movies and the comics. It's never been Isaac.
Nope.
Or even in the same time frame. It's before the Ishimura had problems. It's after this, but before Dead Space 2. That's the sort of stuff that you have a great opportunity to expand the lore of that universe without trying to find a dude that looks like Isaac and not have him talk for the whole movie.
Right.
Because that doesn't sound exciting. That's not the Dead Space movie I want to see.
Yeah.
I agree. Like I would like to see. I would love to see necromorphs done like in live action, just to watch
really
their bodies just like breaking apart and reassembling themselves into hooky dagger things.
Yeah, like you could have a Dead Space movie that's, the first time that people are running into the necromorphs. Like that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Or have a whole thing of the unitology thing and them finding the marker or whatever the what's his name, Xander. What was the head unitologist? Man, I can't remember his name
Someone in
now.
chat will throw it out. I don't remember it.
But you know what I'm talking about? Like have the
Yeah.
rise of unitology, and at the end of the movie, the loud noise of the marker firing.
Yeah, that.
Credits.
Yeah, I would watch that.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Next news story: a metric ton of new Borderlands 2 DLC announced. So they're raising the level cap to level 72 with the Ultimate Vault Hunter Upgrade Pack 2.
But they weren't going to do that in the first place.
Yeah, it's too hard. We'll also add the Digistruct Peak Challenge, which is a new map. I don't know what that means, but whatever. It is $5 and not part of the Season Pass. So for anyone that wants to start complaining about Season Pass is over. For real.
Yeah.
Like, no more stuff is getting applied to the Season Pass, so don't start whining.
Yeah.
Polygon attended Gearbox's PAX Australia panel, and Gearbox said it will also include the ability to over-level your game for extra challenges, which I do not know what that means, but could be neat. I don't know. Third playthrough is kind of tough enough, so
Yeah.
I'm good on that one. Also, Headhunter Pack: TK Baja's Bloody Harvest DLC will be coming this fall. Adds a new map and a TK Baja themed boss battle. For those of you that don't remember Mr. Baja, he was one of the main protagonists in Borderlands 1.
Yep.
Yeah. And additional Headhunter packs are available later, so it sounds like they're gonna do a bunch of little tiny $5 packs that are, like a map or two and a themed boss battle. So that could be kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be fun. Hopefully it works.
And free patches coming later this year that increases ammo capacity, backpack slots, and bank slots.
Nice.
So-
Yes.
Yeah, nice to see them still kind of continue to support this game after this first season is done.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
thankfully, in Tiny Tina's Raid Boss, you can milk some Iridium to actually get all this stuff.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's a good point.
Very nice.
Speaking of Gearbox, they are re-releasing Homeworld 1 and 2. But not only are they re-releasing the two original games on a whole bunch of digital distribution platforms, they're also redoing the games in HD.
Sweet.
Oh, man.
Those games will look hot.
Oh, man. You know how many hours I've sunk into those games?
All of them.
All of the hours.
But the
Those
best
games are
part is,
hard.
the best part is, even if Gearbox messes them up, you can just buy the originals. Whatever.
Yeah.
They still probably look okay.
Yeah.
And Toxic Joker in chat is just screaming yes over and over again. I agree. Homeworld 1 and 2 are amazing and have not been available at all.
for far too long.
Hey,
and
I
last-
still have them on disc, so I'm good.
Yeah. Last news story here: a new Strider game was announced at Comic-Con this week.
Yeah.
The link in the show notes is to a 7-minute gameplay video.
Shink, shink, shink.
Yeah, shing, 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 shing.
Shink, shink.
It's coming in 2014 to PS3, PS4, 360, XBO, and PC.
Nice.
It looks like a Strider game, which hopefully will be a good thing and not a bad thing. Because Strider 2 was good, but they really shouldn't charge $60 for this game. If I can throw one thing out there, maybe make it a downloadable for about a hot 15. How's that sound?
Yeah.
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 But more Strider, so that's definitely good.
Yeah.
I told you, it's been a long time.
It
I
has
think the
been 10 years.
PlayStation 1, right?
Yeah.
That was the last one?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
been 10 years. So
I
welcome
love that
back.
game on Genesis so much.
Welcome back to Blue and Red Dude.
The first
Yeah.
8 meg cart.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, but that's all our news stories. So let's take another break.
Ooh.
Somebody just call hand check in chat.
Doesn't work that way.
Barracuda.
Oh, did you see the announcement for Soul Calibur 2 HD Online?
Mm-hmm.
That I'm way more pumped about that than I need
Was
to
that
be.
the one that came out on GameCube as well?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one that had Link, the dude, the old guy from Tekken, and
Heihachi, I
Heihachi.
think?
and Spawn.
Spawn.
Well, didn't it always
Spawn
also
was
have
awesome.
that Necro guy?
Oh yeah, what was his
Yeah.
name?
New Nightmare?
No,
not
no.
Nightmare.
The Spawn dude created him. I think he was Necro or something like that.
Something like that. Let's look at the Soul Calibur wiki.
They look like big, strong hands. Ooh, Boston, pick up Winter Soldier.
Yeah?
It's really good.
Is that Captain America?
Kind of. Kind of. I love the Ultimates Captain America, which it seems like everything's kind of turning into that version of Captain America.
Oh, nice.
It's Necrid.
Necrid.
Yeah.
That green dude with that, like, orange ball or whatever in his chest.
Yeah, and he had just like one or two moves from every character.
Yeah. God, he was
Yeah.
terrible.
He was, and then you have Charade, who was literally just a random character every time you picked him.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh
about
yeah.
That.
Yeah, that was
That was
awesome.
the worst.
Yeah. What were the other good ones? Like, and then like the generic characters were always my favorite, like the Lizard Man.
Yeah. Yeah, wasn't he just called Lizard Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally Lizard Man.
Forgot
And he
about
fought just like the one dude with the straight sword. I can't remember his name.
that. Oh, yeah.
I always rolled Mitsurugi, and Astaroth was my main.
Oh, Astaroth.
I love Mitsurugi. He's like, "Hurrah!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hurrah!"
I had a ton of
This
I had a
stupid
ton of
show.
fun with Spawn in that game, though. Like everyone complained,
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you know, that was he was a really well done and well balanced character in that game."
Hats?
Oh yeah,
man.
Yeah. He was brutal.
it's so much fun.
But no, I loved Astaroth, dude. I had man, I had that. And he nerfed him for the later games. I think in 3.
Mm-hmm.
I played 4. I was so mad at 3. I haven't played 4.
3 was rough.
3
was really rough.
4 was really great, but like it took some convincing to get me to buy it after 3.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like Astaroth has that. Like I had that combo where he goes like that thing where he swings up and then comes over with the overhead slam. And
Oh
then
yeah, devastating.
like-
Like half your health.
you know the rake the character, then
Yeah.
power bomb.
Yep. I'm gonna grab a
I'm
drink. really
excited.
quick.
I'm gonna play
Boys.
Soul Calibur when I get off. God, I love Astaroth.
Okay. We're almost done.
Is Vigo. No one played Ghostbusters this week.
Oh, yeah. I don't even have my copy here. Also don't have the time.
Setting out the pasture.
Yeah, I think it's back in Ohio.
What else is going on? Yeah, what was I reading? What you call it? Did you see Ultron, Age of Ultron for Avengers 2?
No.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work in with Thanos, but whatever. I was kind of annoyed with that.
I haven't even fired up Comixology lately. I think the Hawkeye annual is coming out in a couple days. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh my god, yeah, so that that current run of Iron Man, which just keeps getting better and better.
Oh, I have like I'm 4 issues behind. I haven't even been reading it lately.
Has he gotten out to space yet? Because it starts off with him with all the extremists and all the different armor upgrades that he's testing out.
Nice.
No, I don't remember. I just read the first. It was the first or second issue of the Secret Origin of Tony Stark.
Oh, that's okay. So before he gets into space, it's really cool how he's going and playing with the extremists and like liquid armor and all other stuff, and then he pops out to space, and the Secret Origin is fantastic.
Yeah, I gotta get back on reading that. That's been surprisingly good.
It's got its hooks in the meat because it's in space. Why not?
Yeah.
Space.
All right, you guys ready to do this last segment here?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's talk about emails.
Emails.
From Merlin, aka Smog Rocker. Hey, fellas, huge congratulations on the 300th episode. Thank you.
Hey, thanks.
I've been listening nonstop now since show 153, and I'm still loving it. Keep up the fantastic job. Thank you, sir. 300 straight weeks of this stupid show. The Hannah. It's been great how you fit right into the crew, and now it already seems weird when you happen to be out 1 week.
yeah. I try to keep that down to the low, but planning a wedding and
Life
trying
gets
to
in
keep
the way.
life sucks sometimes.
He says, and here
face.
comes an anniversary question right on top. Do you think the Vita will pick up even more or at all, depending on who you ask, with the launch of the PS4? I already love my Vita for playing while commuting or traveling. I really hope that Sony developers actually make great use of the various second screen or remote play options as part of the PS4 experience. And he puts on a second related question here that says, do you expect there to be a bundle for the PS4 including a Vita, maybe even already at launch? This could be quite attractive for players who are holding out thus far. I don't think there's going to be a bundle at launch because I think they want to focus on $400.
Yeah,
we are $100 cheaper than those dudes over here. We just got your console. You want to buy the camera and the Vita? We totally sell those. Don't worry, you don't need them, but we got them.
You might
need
see
to get those
retailers
things in
doing
houses.
bundles. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the Vita might pick up more, not right away though, but I feel like there's going to be. I feel like I want to be optimistic because the PSP never really got a chance. Remote play never really worked. Never worked how you wanted it to with PS3.
Yeah.
It was laggy. Not everyone supported it. I feel like, we've been hearing some rumors that Sony is requiring that people build in remote play support to all PS4 games.
Yeah.
So at the very least, you'll be able to do that. But I sort of hope that at the same time they say, well, maybe we'll put in this other Vita support in here because, we're in here, we're doing it anyway. Yeah, maybe we'll, take care of putting in some other cool features while we're here. But I'd like to be optimistic that some developer is going to support the Vita a little bit more with the PS4 coming down the pipe.
Absolutely.
I think it would be nothing but advantageous for them to make those items integrate more seamlessly than they did with the PS3.
I'm gonna be my own personal one-man Vita promotion machine. Anytime I see a game now that I want on the Vita, I'm gonna email the developer and tell them to put it on it.
Yeah.
I've already done that with Rogue Legacy, and
Yeah.
I plan on doing it with On Epic now because that should be on the Vita.
Oh yeah.
But
So-
I mean, we're all three of us are huge fans of that piece of hardware, and I did
Yeah.
not expect to love it as much as I have.
Yeah.
I had the same experience with the PSP. The first, I had no, I was against the thing. I was like, why are they doing that? A mobile console, really?
Yeah. This
And
is
then
dumb.
I played Luminous, and I went, I need to go get one of these.
Yeah,
and I
I
need
gotta-
that game. And there's Metal Gear games for this. I'm gonna need that too.
Yeah. Take one
Yeah.
of these and one of those.
It all,
Yeah,
I mean, it all made
today.
sense. Like, that was the nice thing with the original PSP Fat or One or Vanilla, whatever you want to call it. It was just such an impressive piece of hardware
Yep.
that I have held in my hands. Like Game
Yeah.
Boy, even the DS, just it was what it was.
Yeah.
Well,
But
yeah,
something about
smartphone too.
something about having that in your hand, it was just like, this thing is fantastic. And then they captured that same magic for me with the Vita.
Well, you know, it's what Sony always does really well is they make a sexy piece of hardware. You know, when you hold a Nintendo console or a handheld, it's a handheld, and you're going to be able to drop it, and it will be fine. And
Yeah.
everything is it's a rugged little thing. But when you hold the PSP and you hold the Vita, and you have this thing, this curved, beautiful, bright screen in your hands, you're just like, holy crap! Now I need one of these. Like it's
Yeah.
just you become resigned to it. You're like, well, great. Now I have to buy one of these. Thanks for giving this to me, jerk.
I had money. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, now
Yeah.
I don't, because now I got to buy this stupid, sexy thing.
I mean, it
Stupid,
was
sexy
the same
Flanders.
thing. Like I mean, I would hold that in the same thing as I'm holding a baby. Like I have that much care when it's in my hand.
Yeah, you're just like, oh,
I'm just
no,
like,
hold it
oh.
careful.
Oh,
Yeah.
say, rest upon my breast.
It's okay.
Burp in your Vita. All right, let's move on to the next email here from Old Emu, who said he is literally old. He just turned 30. Happy birthday, sir.
Congratulations, sir.
Congrats, happy birthday.
He says, hey, Mr. B, Mr. J, and Brian Obadiah Hannah. First off is the most obligatory thank you for producing such a stellar show that keeps us all so consistently informed and entertained. Part of my emails. Very welcome. On to the juice. Look at all that juice. Number one, what more can I say about The Last of Us that hasn't already been said about John F. Kennedy? What? I pray that in the future it can be a TVGP plays or even sooner gets a spoiler cast. Long story short is that The Last of Us has temporarily ruined me for games. Except, ... Number two, tactics RPGs. The only way I keep moving forward is from start to the backlog, that is. Scooping up that PSP 3000 ranks as one of the best things I've ever done. Man, PSP is just lousy with amazing SRPGs.
Yeah.
Valkyria Chronicles 2 and Tactics Ogre LUCT are my new jams. He says, by the way, Tactic Ogre is treating me way better than Final Fantasy Tactics ever did in my 4 attempts at playing it. There's so many other really great games. Wild Arms Crossfire, Jeanne d'Arc.
Yeah.
Pretty much any SRPG
Yeah.
that came out for that thing is good.
Actually, if my memory serves me correctly, I believe Jeanne d'Arc was the game that got him on this kick in the first place.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game that was a level 5 joint, and that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 3, do any of you guys watch The Whitest Kids You Know? It's a super short sketch comedy show on IFC. Not every bit is gold, but there's so much funny to be had in 15 minutes that their KD ratio has got to be wicked high. I've never seen it, but I've always heard really good things. So.
I think I've maybe seen bits and pieces of it, and it never really sucked me in.
Yeah.
I've seen one or two of their sketches, and initially I wrote their entire group off because I hated the name.
Yeah.
I saw the name and I went, "You're probably not funny." And
Yeah.
you know, that says more about me than it says about them. But,
You know, there's another fantastic show out there. It's called I forgot. It's got
a good
Chris O'Dowd in it on HBO. Family Tree.
Yeah, I've
I
been meaning
think
to watch that.
haven't seen
It
that
is
one.
fantastic.
Nice. Yeah.
To wrap out Old Emu's email here. He said, I would like to say hello to Forum Pals Austin, Driver Adam, Druid, Infinity Chicken, Musim, Salsa, Jive, and Nintendork. Hello,
And
everyone.
Hey.
Jake Z writes in, says, I was trolling the old boards and came across a post that I was so stoked about. 1 versus 100 on Xbox Live.
Oh.
Am I the only one who misses the ish out of that? It seems like Microsoft had a really good thing going and then just screwed the pooch by dumping it into poker. That was a really, really cool idea that really separated that console out.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of gave up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made 2 seasons, and they were like, "Yeah, done."
Yeah, it was very successful, and then now we're not going to do it. See you later.
Yeah, I would love to see them actually take bring in I think they're called Jackbox Games now. The guys that do You Don't Know Jack. They used to be Jellyvision, but they recently changed the name of the company. Have them do You Don't Know Jack.
Yep.
On
New questions
in that
every other
format.
week. Yeah.
Well, they already do it on Facebook. Just switch it up a little bit and put it on Xbox Live every week, and that would blow up. Because not only is that fun to play, but I mean, just watching people play You Don't Know Jack is entertaining.
Oh yeah.
You can sideline that and just watch it and just be like, it's fantastic writing. It's funny people making that.
The questions in that game are genuinely funny in the way that almost no video games are.
Yes, and that's why I have such an allegiance to that, because they're just brilliant.
Well, no, the writing is just so on point and just makes the most simplest questions difficult because you're too busy laughing at how it was presented to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's really all it is. It's all about the presentation. The question could be something you probably don't know. You may not know at all. Or it's something you definitely know, but you can't figure out exactly what they're asking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because it could be like, how long is an earthworm? But
Yeah.
they word these questions so funny that,
Yeah,
it's
that
not
should
boring.
That should be the new 1 versus 100.
Yeah. Next email is from Dave, aka RoboPig. He says, hey guys, no questions this week. Just want to say congratulations on hitting episode 300. Thanks for an awesome podcast and community and for answering all my dumb questions. Here's to the next 300.
No problem.
Looking forward to 300 more emails.
Yep.
From Ian. Ow. Thanks, Cat. He says, 10 miles east of Knobs on the 303. He says, to the Podfathers of Gaming, been here with you all since episode 1.
Wow.
001.
he's back from the aughts.
Yeah.
Oh.
Zing. Call back. So hats off to Ian here for listening to 300 dumb episodes of this dumb show. He says, I can't thank you enough for all the free funny. Your podcast literally got me back into gaming after years of forgetting how much fun it is. Boston, thank you for keeping it clean despite the occasional girl. Knobs, thanks for not keeping it clean, especially on Monday night. Also, in a related topic, thank you for Monday night. It's a blast, and you brought Donnie into my life. I mean, come on, it's Donnie.
Yeah.
Seriously, though, thanks for hosting and putting up with my awful movie quotes.
Yeah, if we have any claim to fame, is we've got Donnie out into the public.
Yeah. And he says, Hannah, thank you for keeping it real in my homeland. Also, I find myself in agreement to just about all of your industry comments.
Hey, that's what I do.
Yep. Keeping it real.
I aim to please, sir.
And he says, I guess my only question is, will we see episode 500? Yeah.
Yeah.
200 weeks.
See why not. Yeah.
It'll be happening.
For sure.
I
might have a kid by then, but hey.
My goal is hitting episode 1000 and then stopping.
Way to aim high.
Yeah. Once we hit episode 1000, we will be aged. So,
yeah.
Pretty much done at that point.
At what point do you think we'll become jaded?
Aren't we?
I was gonna say, wait.
I don't think we're like jaded elitists yet.
No, I think there's always the roller coaster ride of consoles. Like right now, I think before the new consoles were announced, we were really getting there, where it's just like, oh great, another cover-based third-person shooter. Oh look, another Halo game gone now. You know, like, but now we're back on that upswing. Like, oh man, look at all this hotness! Yeah, duck demos, woo! All this great stuff.
Yeah, I think it's more of a sequel fatigue than anything else.
Well, and that's the hard part for aged consoles, is that they're just Halo 4. Okay.
Yep.
Somebody keep track how many times he's gonna say aged.
Aged. I'd like to have some aged cheese. Indeed.
The blues.
Yeah.
Aged nice. It stings. It's very sharp.
Indeed. All right, moving on to tweets.
Yeah.
Adderblack39 writes in and says, "Hey guys, just want to ask you, are any of you thinking of getting Hotline Miami on PS Vita? That's all. I love the show. Thanks, guys." I have it on PC and I haven't played it, so probably not.
Yeah, I have the same issue. I'll probably pick it up eventually, but probably when it's free for PS Plus.
I mean, the Hannah's happy because it came out on Vita.
Yes,
Doesn't
yeah,
necessarily
that's
want to
really-
buy it.
So that's proof of concept. His letters work.
Yes.
Yes.
Your
Yes.
votes count.
It probably wasn't me, but you know.
Yeah.
Hey, hey,
Hey man, every vote counts.
hey.
Almighty Tooth writes in and says, "Who has been your favorite guest over the years? Hashtag wink." It must have been Almighty Tooth.
Must
Oh.
have been.
We haven't had a ton of guests over the years. We've only done one industry interview way back when with Andrew Yoder. I don't know. Well, we haven't had we don't usually have too many guests. I think we had Musum on once. We
Mackie.
had Almighty Tooth. We had Mackie. We had Curtis and Ricky up on episode 5, I think it was.
And your brother.
We had my brother in Doppelganger Cast. But yeah, we haven't had too many. They've all been my favorite. You're all my
Diplomatic
special
answer.
snowflakes.
No, my favorite thing over the years was when we got the phone call from driver Adam doing his Matthew McConaughey impression.
Oh crap!
Probably one of my favorite podcast moments of all time.
What's
for
That
a
us.
was pretty
rancor? No, I know. Actually,
all right.
I remember what my favorite special guest is, and one of our most recurring special guests, and that is the ice cream truck from my old apartment.
Oh,
Every day, we couldn't turn on the AC because it was too hot, so we had to open the windows. But man, stupid ice cream truck.
Yep.
All right, don't stop chewing stuff. You're terrible. All right, moving on to the next one. Jack in an Xbox writes in and says, "Happy 300th. That's number wang."
I love it.
Thank you, sir. You're now my favorite tweet.
Oh,
All right. Toxic Joker writes in his first of two questions. He writes in says, "Firstly, congrats on 300 episodes, guys. Amazing accomplishment. Thank you. What's your guys' favorite personal moments for all of the TVGP podcasts?" We actually talked about this in the episode 300 special. But my favorite moment from TVGP is it was episode, I think, 2 or 3, when we got more listeners than we knew. So, like, one episode in its first week, I think, got about 15 to 20 listeners. And we were so pumped because we hadn't given the show to that many people. So, like, our big thing was, like, we don't even know 15 people. Awesome. Like, that to me was, like, I think it was the first real validation that people were really enjoying the show. Because, we've gotten so many emails over the years that people love the show and people listen to it with their kids and a bunch of people listen to it at work. But, like, that first moment where I was like, oh, man, people actually listen to the show and it's not just our friends humoring us like, oh, we'll put it right on the fridge.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I don't even know what a podcast is.
here's your gold star.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a pet. Oh, that's nice. But no, I think my
Knobs,
favorite.
what about you?
Probably my favorite thing was when we started the forum,
Yeah.
and I think I had been on a show maybe 2 or 3 times prior to that, and it was always something we were kind of kicking around.
Yeah.
And it was just a group of 15 of us, and we were posting it was like a couple hundred posts that first month, just talking about everything we possibly could, because it was
Yep.
like It was like the new thing for us.
Yeah.
new
And
hotness.
then
Yeah.
the community kept growing and growing and growing. And then my all-time favorite thing is when Lobo in Spain started the map, the
Yeah.
Z map, and then all of a sudden points started popping up on this thing. I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it's
because we could be like, someone listens to us in Spain and Russia. There's someone in China. There's someone in
There's
No.
people in Germany, New Zealand,
Yeah, we have one-
Tasmania.
at
Like,
least one person in every state. You know, it's we were just sort of like, wow, this is bigger than we thought.
Yeah.
and the only bully continent we really haven't broken into is South America.
Yeah, that's so weird.
It'll be 15 years from now. We'll get there.
Yeah, episode
It's like everything
998.
else.
Yeah. Hannah, what about you?
Honestly, just being invited to host. I mean, that was insane. I mean, I started as, for most people that already know, I was a listener. I joined the forums. I was just looking on Google one day at work. I'd just gotten a new job. I'm like, man, I'm sitting at a desk doing a whole lot of nothing. I'd like to listen to some video game podcasts.
Time for some podcasts.
So time to listen to something that's interesting. My first episode was something in the 140s. I can't remember. My memory's terrible with this stuff, but
Yeah.
and it was, I was like, wow, it's just dudes talking about games, and they're gonna give me a straight up recommendation because they're spending their money on games,
Yeah.
and it's not like, the Joystick podcast or like, any of those where it's like, well, that's news journalism that they're podcasting about. I don't want that. I want people talking about games.
Yeah.
So, but it comes around. I mean, this for me this year's been just insane. But like one of the best things that's happened to me this year, besides getting engaged and buying a house, has been being able to host this show
Yeah.
with you guys, and it's been an incredible privilege.
I'm glad about to be a part of your 3 biggest milestones.
For anyone that's interested about the sort of the history and the formation of the core tenets of the show, because that's what the Hannah was mentioning there. Us not being, even though I work in the industry, it's still I do now. It's still very much we don't get free copies of games from companies. We're not in bed with publishers. We are still 3 fans that are dropping $60 on a game, and when it's not worth $60, you are damn sure we're gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So if you guys are interested in hearing how Brad and I sort of formulated everything around those rules in this episode, please go listen to the episode 300 special, because that we go through the whole history and how we formed this show. Out of the muck of the universe, we've made this dumb show. All right, moving on to his lightning round questions. Boston, rank from best to worst. BioShock Infinite, Guacamelee, Tomb Raider. BioShock Infinite, Tomb Raider, Guacamelee. Tomb Raider is astounding. I feel like not enough people have played that game, and it is super, super, super cool.
I think Guacamelee is pretty amazing.
I think
is.
Guacamelee is pretty amazing. I don't think anything can beat BioShock Infinite. That game is such a trip, and I think Tomb Raider is just so well put together.
Yeah.
Knobs, best or worst? Gears of War 3, Asura's Wrath, SSX.
Oh, Asura's Wrath, Gears 3, SSX.
That would be
Sounds
mine.
about right.
That'd be mine.
Yeah.
too.
I mean, Asura's Wrath is still one of the games. A game I was so... It was, all right, I'm going to kin it to this. All right. If 300 sucked as a movie, I would have stopped going to movies. Like, I was so excited from that trailer
Yeah.
that if this movie let me down, I was done. And same thing with Asura's Wrath. Everything screamed everything I love about crazy Japanese style games and art styles, like really nice, sharp manga style.
Yeah.
And if that game didn't live up to what I wanted it to, I don't know how much longer I could have done the show.
Yeah.
Because my rage would have been... It would have been palpable through the speakers. It would have reached out and punched you in the face.
Yeah.
Would it have been more of a wrath, possibly?
Oh, it would have been... It would have been amazing because how well that game just seemed to get better and better and better, and I enjoyed it more and more and more.
Nice.
Hannah, best or worst? Bayonetta, Mirror's Edge, Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, Fallout New Vegas, Mirror's Edge, Bayonetta.
Wow,
Oh,
Yeah.
that would have been my reverse.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I have such a deep well of love for Bayonetta.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Bayonetta
I've
is
played-
Sega's at its best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've played Bayonetta. I do enjoy it, but I really liked Mirror's Edge quite a bit. And I haven't played enough of Bayonetta to really say I can rank it above a game I've beaten that I really really loved.
Yeah.
And then Fallout New Vegas, like the more I played of that, the better it got, and the more fun I had, and it just and I got lucky, especially because I played that. I gave that about a year and a half after it came out. Obsidian give them as bugs.
Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
sort of have a really stellar game by that point.
Oh yeah, and it's a
Yeah.
fantastic game. I
Yeah.
recommend it to anybody who hasn't played it.
Yeah. And one final question for you guys. What is your favorite game that you have 100%ed? He says, mine is Sleeping Dogs. Great story and amazing DLC. I got close to 100% Sleeping Dogs, so that game is really good.
Yeah.
I think mine is probably Final Fantasy 12. I mean, I beat the crap out of everything. I fought that boss. That took me, 5 hours to beat?
Ooh,
You can save in the middle of fighting the boss. Like this, it has
that's nice of them.
1 point something million hit points. 20 health bars. It's stupid hard,
Yeah,
but I finished it.
yeah.
Knobs, what about you?
Oh man, favorite game that I 1,000-pointed. I'm gonna say Williams Collection
Yeah,
for the pure endurance and mind-numbing skill it took to get 1,000 points on some of those on that.
I mean
that
that's
game.
an achievement. Like,
Yeah,
when you
that
do the
really
wizard
is.
challenges on those things, like those are actual achievements.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the best thing I think I've done this generation. It was a pinball game.
Yeah,
And outside of the other fun stuff like 1,000 pointing Borderlands and Borderlands 2 before the DLC and whatnot,
Yeah.
and our race, the 1,000-point split second was
that was some of
it
the
was
most
so
fun.
much fun, competitive, and how fun games can be.
yeah. Like we got so bad that I think both of us would come home from work, like scarf something down for dinner real quick, and then just play the game for like 3 hours, just to
Nice.
shave off a half of a second.
Yeah, because it was funny because we'd be playing at the same time. We'd be playing with each other,
Nope.
just kind of needling each other. Whoa, I'm like, I got this achievement. Where are you at? Like, I would fire up my console, check my guide, go over to achievements, and see if Boston had got that achievement before me yet.
Yep, good times.
Yeah.
Hannah, what about you?
One of the few games I have actually 1,000-pointed, 100%ed. I'm traditionally not a completionist. When I finish a game and I know it's done for me, I'm not going to force myself to play it more, or I'll flip back around on it and hate it.
Yeah.
But I 1,000-pointed Bully Scholarship Edition on 360, and if you are like me and like you can't really get into the GTA games, and they're fun, but you kind of get paralyzed by choice, and you have other issues with GTA games. Play Bully. Do yourself a favor, and play it. And it's a smaller sandbox. For me, it's a more manageable sandbox. It's instead of having an entire pit, you actually have a nice little section. You've got your bucket and your shovel, and you can do what you want to an extent.
Yeah.
And just it's such an interesting look at like school and being a kid in that sort of environment, and it's just such a unique game. And I don't think a lot of people. I think a lot of people took it as like, oh, it's just GTA in a prep school, and like, yeah, there's a little bit of that, but
Yeah, but it's not a bad thing.
oh no,
Yeah.
not at all. Like,
Yeah.
and it's almost a better framework for it than just unleashing you out into a giant city.
Yeah.
Well, I think Rockstar does better. Their best games is when they're focused on a certain thing.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
their table tennis game. There's no reason for it to be that amazing.
Yeah.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Same thing with Red Dead Redemption, L.A. Noire. I mean,
Yep.
granted, all these games had little problems, but the aesthetic that they've achieved in that are just is unparalleled.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's all of our tweets and emails for this week. Thank you very much, everyone who send in emails and tweets and 300th anniversary best wishes and everything. Greatly appreciate it.
Definitely.
If you'd like to visit us, please do so at tvgp.tv. Email us at tvgpfans@gmail.com. Everything else is on the right-hand side of the page because my voice is going out.
All right, and please join the forums. Don't forget to mark yourself on the map because we love it. Join us for Monday Night Game Night, 10 p.m. EST, Left 4 Dead 2. All maps, maybe not required, but sure is encouraged. Thursday Night Game Night, Steam Game Night. Apparently it's a revolving door of stuff. I'm not really sure what's up there, but people are playing. Join the Steam group for announcements.
Yep. And this month's TVGP Game Club game is Ghostbusters, so go bust yourself some ghosts.
Oh, yeah.
Who are you going to call?
And don't forget that you can watch this dumb show being recorded live every week on Sunday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, at twitch.tv/E1M1 Network. If you don't catch it live, archives are there and over on YouTube. We'll see you all next week.
Laters.
Peace.
I have 3 titles.
Oh man, I didn't write anything now.
I got quite a few.
Rolled in Colorado, $1 a minute, and Un Barracuda.
Un Barracuda's nice.
I've got. I'm gonna say Un Barracuda as well. Sued by Ric Flair. Mr. Bradley Fellers. The dumbest show on the internet. Hot mess of something. Noise on a shelf. To the archive. 300 megs of RAM. Helicopter made of glass. $1 a minute, once again. Drop the Space Needle on him. Turn my tunnel. Hooky dagger things. Stupid sexy thing.
Who did hooky dagger things?
That was you.
I
What?
don't even remember what we were talking about.
Well, we were talking about Dead Space movie and the necromorphs.
Oh.
Yeah. Burping your Vita. 300 dumb episodes of this dumb show. And Aged.
Aged. I think we need to pick Un Barracuda.
Un Barracuda.
Yeah. Just because that happened before we started or when we were live, and it's because you were just like.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 300 for July 22nd, 2013. Un Barracuda.
Oh, go see a dentist. Bonanza. Did we go bonanza on that?
Alright, we're done with this stupid show.
Easy there, Hoss.
Woo.
Alright, thank you very much, everyone, for watching us live on the internets. Appreciate you guys tuning in each and every week. We'll see you for 301.
Yes.
Bye.